Nice that you are watching this video. Today we continue about Taylor Swift's first album called Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was released on October 24, 2006, through Big Machine Records. Swift was involved in the album packaging, designing doodle graphics herself. She included hidden messages with hints at the subjects of her songs in the lyrics printed in the liner notes. Inspired by the Beatles hiding secret messages in their records, she executed the same technique on her subsequent albums. Swift said the messages could be interpreted by tracking the capital letters in the order they appear in the lyrics printed in the liner notes. In addition to the 11-track standard edition, a 15-track deluxe edition contains 3 new original songs: I'm Only Me When I'm With You, Invisible, and A Perfectly Good Heart, and an alternate version of Teardrops on My Guitar. An enhanced version, which includes the music videos for Teardrops on My Guitar and Tim McGraw, was released on March 18, 2008. The album was preceded by the lead single, Tim McGraw, which was released on June 19, 2006. The single peaked at number 40 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 6 on the Hot Country Songs chart, marking Swift's debut appearance on both charts. It was certified double platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. Swift promoted the album performing on televised programs including Good Morning America, The Megan Mullally Show, America's Got Talent, Total Request Live, the CMT Music Awards, and the Academy of Country Music Awards. To maintain her presence on country radio, Swift embarked on a radio tour during a 6-month run in 2006. Swift also promoted the album by performing as an opening act for other country artists' concert tours. She opened for Rascal Flatts from October 19 to November 3, 2006. Throughout 2007, she opened for George Strait, Brad Paisley, and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill's joint tour, Soul to Soul 2 Tour. In addition to traditional radio promotion, Swift extensively used her MySpace profile to communicate with her audiences, sharing her daily blogs and song information. Her online marketing strategy boosted the album's popularity among teenagers and young adults. Swift and Big Machine decided to release Our Song as a single because of the positive feedback it received on MySpace. Throughout 2007 and 2008, 4 more singles supported Taylor Swift: Teardrops on My Guitar, Our Song, Picture to Burn, and Should Have Said No, all of which peaked within the top 40 of the Hot 100 and the top 10 of the Hot Country Songs chart. Teardrops on My Guitar peaked at number 2 on the Hot Country Songs chart and had a crossover release to pop radio. It peaked at number 7 on the mainstream top 40 pop songs chart and number 13 on the Hot 100. Our Song and Should Have Said No reached number 1 on the Hot Country Songs chart. With Our Song, Swift became the youngest person to single-handedly write and sing a Hot Country Songs number 1. All singles were certified platinum or more by the RIAA. With Teardrops on My Guitar 3 times platinum, and Our Song 4 times platinum, selling over 3 million copies each. From August 2019 to January 2020, Big Machine released 4,000 copies of each of the singles from Taylor Swift on vinyl for the 13th anniversary of the album. This was met with immediate backlash in light of the purchase of the masters of Taylor Swift's first 6 studio albums. Taylor Swift received generally positive reviews. Perrone wrote that although some critics deemed the lyrical themes unsophisticated, most praised Swift's songwriting for using familiar techniques in ways that sounded original and novel. Laura Snapes of The Guardian said that reviewers were impressed by her pure yet prematurely wise depictions of teenage love. The review aggregate site Metacritic reported 5 published reviews and assigned the album an aggregated score of 67 out of 100. In a review for Country Weekly, Chris Neal deemed Swift a success compared to previous aspiring teenage country singers because of her honesty, intelligence and idealism. Reviewers were impressed by Swift's maturity while retaining a sense of youthful innocence in her lyrics, including Ken Rosenbaum of the Toledo Blade, Nick Cristiano of the Philadelphia Inquirer, Jeff Tamarkin of AllMusic, and Rolling Stone. In a review for the Palm Beach Post, James Fontaine felt Swift's honest depiction of her teenage experience made the album compelling, and lauded the musical maturity for effectively communicating the sentiments. The Morning Call's Keith Grohler said that the album was not groundbreaking but could appeal to a wide-ranging audience with its adolescent earnestness. Critics commented on the album's pop sensibility. Neal and Rolling Stone found it appealing to a mainstream audience. Tamarkin commented that Swift's considerably strong voice straddled the precarious boundary between country and pop, and criticized producer Chapman for applying a gloss that not all really require. In the Chicago Tribune, Chrissy Dickinson described Taylor Swift as a slick package. Pleasant enough but devoid of anything resembling gritty traction. In a mixed review for Pop Matters, Roger Holland complimented the production quality of certain tracks, but deemed the album overall a misstep for Swift's true appeal. It's to be hoped that when she finds both her place and her full-grown voice, she's able to find an accommodation between the country tradition and her very obvious pop sensibilities. Robert Christgau rated the album a cut, score, choice cut, and selected Tim McGraw and Picture to Burn as highlights. Taylor Swift helped Swift earn a nomination for New Female Vocalist of the Year at the 2007 Academy of Country Music Awards, a Horizon Award at the 2007 Country Music Association Awards, and a nomination for the Grammy Award for Best New Artist at the 50th Annual Grammy Awards, 2008. The album itself was nominated for Album of the Year at the 2008 Academy of Country Music Awards. Retrospective reviews have remained favorable towards Swift's early songwriting. Maura Johnston from Pitchfork described the album as an honest record about teenage perspectives, which set Swift apart from the manufactured albums that weighed down former teen sensations. Jonathan Bradley from Billboard lauded how Swift captured immediate emotions and feelings with details so sharp at so small a scale. In July 2022, Rolling Stone ranked Taylor Swift at number 32 on its list of the 100 best debut albums of all time. Taylor Swift was a sleeper success in the United States. It debuted at number 19 on the Billboard 200 chart dated November 11, 2006, with first-week sales of 40,000 copies. Because albums often drop in sales after their initial release, Swift did not expect her album to remain long on the chart. "I would be incredibly lucky to see this album certified gold." Contrary to her expectations, Taylor Swift kept selling at a fairly consistent pace. By November 2007, the album had sold over 1 million copies. It reached its highest sales week on the Billboard 200 chart dated January 5, 2008, when it sold 187,000 copies and charted at number 8. The album reached its peak at number 5 on the chart dated January 19, 2008, in its 63rd week of charting. Spending 157 weeks on the Billboard 200 by October 2009, Taylor Swift marked the longest stay on the chart by any album released in the 2000s decade. It has spent a total of 280 weeks on the chart as of August 2023. On Top Country Albums, Taylor Swift peaked at number 1 for 24 non-consecutive weeks. By January 2024, the album had sold 5.871 million pure copies in the United States. It had been certified 7 times platinum by the RIAA for earning over 7 million album equivalent units in the nation. In Canada, Taylor Swift peaked at number 14 on the Canadian Albums Chart and was certified platinum by Music Canada. The album peaked at number 33 on the Australian Albums Chart in March 2010. And was certified platinum by the Australian Recording Industry Association. In the United Kingdom, it peaked at number 81 on the albums chart and was certified gold by the British phonographic industry for sales of more than 100,000 copies. The album had sold 198,000 units in the United Kingdom by October 2022. It appeared on albums charts in New Zealand, Japan, Ireland and Scotland. Taylor Swift was released in a time when female country artists were gaining momentum in popularity. Nashville industry experts nonetheless disapproved of Swift's debut as a teenager because they considered the album's adolescent themes inappropriate for country music's middle-aged key demographic. Jim Malik of American Songwriter observed that contrary to industry expectations, Taylor Swift's success on country radio, particularly with the track, Our Song, established Swift as one of the few teenage female artists to be equally successful with male counterparts in a format dominated by men. Though critics questioned the album's country music categorization, Rolling Stone remarked that following the Dixie Chicks 2003 controversy, which left a huge space opened up in the heart of the country audience, Swift has completely filled it, with a sound that's not just rock-informed but teen poppy too. John Caramanica of the New York Times observed that, although the country pop crossover sound was facilitated by previous successful singers, Swift was the first country artist to embrace the status of a pop star. Taylor Swift made her the first female solo artist in country music to write or co-write every song on a platinum-certified debut album. Its production laid the groundwork to Swift's subsequent country pop discography, whose chart success straddled the perceived boundary between the two genres. Music journalists attributed the album's success to Swift's songwriting and online marketing strategy, while online promotion was familiar to pop and hip-hop artists. She was the first country artist to promote her songs on social media services like MySpace. She also relied on social media to promote her subsequent releases, which brought her a loyal fan base. Her social media presence ushered in a younger audience consisted of mostly teenage girls who listened to country music, a previously unheard demographic. The autobiographical narratives on Taylor Swift defined Swift's songwriting over the next decade, which Billboard noted to inspire a new generation of aspiring singer-songwriters. Consequent stated Taylor Swift was the blueprint for songs focused on unrequited love and suffering, paving the way for future teeny boppers, such as Conan Gray's Heather, 2020, and Olivia Rodrigo's Driver's License, 2021. Rolling Stone opined, if Taylor Swift retired right after dropping her debut album, she'd still be remembered as a legend today. Taylor debuted with complete mastery of a genre she was also completely transforming. According to Entertainment Weekly, the commercial success of her debut helped the infant Big Machine go on to sign Garth Brooks and Jewel. This was D-Video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.